It is time to move into uncharted lands. If you want to do something you've never done before, you have to do something you've never done before. If you want to go somewhere you have never gone before, you have to go somewhere you've never gone before. You cannot do something new by doing old things. If you want your life to change, you have to change your life. So go ahead. It's safe, and it's also about time. I reposted this quote on my Instagram in 2016 while I was working in a comfortable position at work and pursuing modeling on the side. I remember so vividly sitting in a bookstore on a couch, reading this quote and saying, "Ah yes, so true," as I posted it on my Instagram. Yet I didn't think of how this needed to be applied to my life at the time. Funnily enough, within a couple of weeks, I got an email from my agent offering me a contract to move to India for 3 months for my career. My first reaction was absolutely not. Why? Because of fear. I'd have to leave my comfortable job here, my relationships, and most importantly, the fear of the unknown. I'd never traveled that far before, especially on my own, and I didn't know anyone there. Yet again, the irony is that I kept saying prior to that I wanted to travel internationally as a model, and that was one of my biggest goals at the time. So here I was being presented with the opportunity I was praying for, and now I was hoping there was an easier way to achieve my goal. As I was contemplating my decision, that quote came into my mind, and I felt like a hypocrite not taking my own advice. So despite pure anxiety of flying alone, despite crippling fear of being that far from my family, despite the unknown of what it would be like living in India and who my roommates were going to be, I decided to jump. The scariest, most exhilarating time of my life up until that point, that ended up being nearly 6 months of my life. The lesson I'm trying to share is we can pray and hope for our dreams to come true and big things to happen, but we have to jump when the opportunity presents itself. I wanted to be an international model by staying in my hometown, by not doing anything different. When you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. And that's the same with anything. If you want anything in your life to change, if you can think of one thing, your relationship, your mental health, your job position, where you're living, your finances, you have to do something different. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result will lead you to the same place you're already in. So go ahead. It's safe, and it's also about time.